Hebrews 12:2 says this, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the one who started our faith and makes it complete, who, because of the joy that was waiting for him, endured the cross in spite of its shame, and is now seated at the right hand of the throne of God." Now this week I started looking at some ancient writings, and I came across some writings of a Stoic Roman philosopher named Seneca. Now Seneca lived at the same time that Jesus did, and what I found was some things that he had to say about crucifixion, about how horrible it was, and about how it'd be hard to find somebody that wouldn't be willing to just have their life ended quickly rather than go through the cross. And I started reading what some of the other people said from around that time, and it was a rabbit hole that was hard to go into because I just kept on finding these just absolutely horrific things, gruesome things that was done to these people. And one of the things that I found was crucifixion wasn't just the being nailed to a cross. It was a process that was meant to humiliate. It started with the offender being stripped naked, and then beaten, and then forced to carry in chains through the streets part of the cross that he was going to be nailed to, along with a sign a lot of times that would say what this person had done. And one of the things I also found was that this was not something that was used for Roman citizens. Not typically. This was something that was meant for slaves and for foreigners. And it was meant for the lowest of the low. And it was meant to keep those people in line. And there was a lot of shame that came with it. I mean, not just for the person that was getting nailed to the cross, but it was shame for the person's family, because that would be a black mark on them. This was not just a painful, physical way to die, but part of the reason it was considered so horrible was just how humiliating it was for the person that was dying. There was no dignity in their death. And when I saw that, I started thinking about what that verse that we just read in Hebrews 12, about the shame that was there, and that Jesus, he endured the cross despite the shame that came with it, and he did it because of the joy that was waiting for him. Now, the joy that was waiting for him, you could say that it was being able to sit down finally again at the right hand of God, but I think it was something far greater than that. I know it was something greater. It was because of you. The joy that was waiting for him was you. Knowing that you didn't have to die this gruesome death eternally, that you didn't have to be eternally separated, that you didn't have these things hanging over your head, these mistakes that you've made being on your shoulders forever. He was going to be able to free you from them, so that you could live forever with him and the Father. He did this for you. You are the joy. Your future, your eternal future, is a joy that was waiting for him. So sometime today or this week, think about that. Think about what that means. That he went to the cross and was willing to endure not just the physical pain, but the shame that went, so that you could be redeemed. Think about that sacrifice and that incredible love, and thank God for it.